Those are your holiday, birthday, or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at doubleeagle.golf.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Fall is officially here, and Brown Shoe Fit has just the right style and comfort your feet deserve. Stop in and see a wide selection of all your favorite brands, including Brooks, Hoka, Echo, Keen, and many more. At Brown Shoe Fit, they'll take the time to measure your feet to ensure a proper fit. They also have the largest selection of Uggs and Hokas in Lincoln. Brown Shoe Fit, 6060 Q in Lincoln.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome in to Ticket Weeknights. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. As always, this is striking up a conversation. We got a couple of Husker bowlers in here to my left, as always. If you guys want to join in, 402-464-5685. That is the Sartor Heyman text line. As always, you can put a face to the voice, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo, Channel 961. We got Kayla Verstraete and Callan of Husker Bowling. Guys, how's it going on a Tuesday night?
Good.
Great.
I can't complain. I got out of class early.
We love that. Yeah.
Put away some laundry from this weekend, so.
How's school going so far for you guys with the balance of bowling actually starting and now you got school on top of it?
I think obviously Anna and I are very seasoned now with traveling and bowling all the time. I think we handle it pretty well. It's definitely an adjustment when you get into college. If you bowled in high school and stuff, it's not as demanding, but I feel like we handle it pretty well. Like, we've roomed together a lot and we don't have to stress over homework assignments or getting things done when we're on the road because we're getting them done before we leave. So,
yeah. I mean, for me, mine is my classes are, a lot of studying and, like reading. I think I said that prior a couple of shows ago, but yeah. So it's not too much when we're on the road. It makes it an easy balance. It's not too hard though. I mean, my classes are hard, but the work is not hard, I guess, when I'm like on the road.
Do you guys try to get it done before you hit the road?
Yeah.
Or no?
Because like, you don't want to bowl for 8 hours a day and then have to go sit in your hotel room when you could be relaxing, decompressing from the day, and having to do 3 hours of homework. Like, it was definitely an adjustment. Like when I got into my sophomore year, when I started traveling and everything, I started learning that, and I had some good upperclassmen tell me like, "Hey, get it done like Monday through Wednesday before we leave, so you don't have to deal with it on the road." Like, obviously, I had an assignment due on Saturday. Took me maybe 20 minutes to do. Like, got that done because I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be easy." So
Yeah.
there's some things we have to do on the road, but not a lot. But
My freshman year was definitely a lot harder for me because I was in a major that was a lot more demanding, I guess, for me mentally because it was biology, and then I switched to business. So definitely way different spectrums of work and stuff like that. So I would say my sophomore year and like forward have definitely been a lot better, but my sophomore year in business was hard, and so was my junior year because of like accounting and eco- economics. Yeah. I would say like the math classes are harder for me, but now I only have one this semester instead of two because I'm in finance. So that makes it, that one's my hard class. The rest of them are pretty easy going. So
And then I remember we talked about this career path. You were going law enforcement. Did you ever switch years up
yeah,
multiple times, or is it just the one?
I went, I started in biology.
Yep.
And then I switched before I even showed up for summer bridge. I switched to athletic medicine. Found out when I got here, student athletes aren't actually supposed to be accepted into that because you have to show up for other people's practices. So like I like athletic med, most people actually go to football and like work with football
Right.
or like baseball. Like basically the people I saw in the training room were the people I was supposed to be. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't work.
well, how am I supposed to be here helping them when I need help as well?
Yeah, that too. And so then after I got that all done and whatever, we switched me into nutrition and health sciences, which some of the girls are in right now on our team. Kudos to them.
It's hard.
It was way too hard for me. I'm not a good studier. Like I know that about myself, and that major is like you have like 30 hours of homework and then you need to study for another 40. So you're never sleeping. And so I that was not for me. It was, yeah, it was just a lot. I did well in the nutrition classes, but like the biology is not me. I hated biology in high school. Loved the teacher, but yeah, no, I couldn't do it. It was just not my subject. Even though I loved chem, I loved all that stuff, but bio took me out, and that's when I was like, business.
Yeah, I'm not a science girly.
Yeah, I'm not a science guy either. I used to be. I think I'll ask you guys this. Then what I do want to talk about SFA. But what was the dream job? Like when you were really young, like the first dream job you guys ever really had
Pediatrician.
as a unique dream job.
I want to be a veterinarian
Veterinarian, that's a classic one.
or like a teacher, and I was like, nah, they don't get paid.
Yeah, that one hurts because teacher's such a great cause.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's fantastic. You want to be a teacher. And what deters people, what happens, people have that dream. They're like, ooh, how much?
Yeah.
And that's kind of a brutal thing because some might argue one of the more important jobs in the U.S.
Yeah.
So it'd be good to have some great teachers. And that's the whole problem. I'm not smart enough to fully understand why the pay is as low as it is. But yeah, I was always big like astronaut. So I always wanted to do, but very similar. I was like,
That's
science
cool.
and math are pretty hard. And
Well,
as the older
especially
I
to get
got,
to that level, yeah.
yeah, and to realize like if I want to be the one to actually be in the ship, I'm gonna have to be one of the best at this, and there's no chance.
I think that's like the first time I've heard someone like actually like not just like jokingly saying it, like, "Oh, I want to be astronaut," but like, no, you thought about this.
I think a lot of boys do.
Yeah.
Boys think about space a lot. Maybe that's
I don't know.
misogynistic.
I mean, when I was like in elementary school, I was like, oh, I really want to be a meteorologist. But then I realized I was terrified of like, bad weather. I was like, this ain't going to work out well. So I was like, well, switch.
The fact that we're all from the Midwest and we know for sure, like when the tornado sirens are going off, we're looking outside.
Yeah,
I'll stay indoors, but I don't want to be that person that gets sent out to the floods.
Like what happened
No.
in like North Carolina or like the hurricanes. No thanks.
yeah,
Yeah.
those you can't escape it. Like at least with tornadoes, it's like okay, what's the path?
Yeah.
And you can at least track that. Hurricane's so damn big. It's like hopefully your property's not there.
Yeah.
That's all you're banking on.
Hopefully you don't get washed away.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah.
that footage was terrifying too, because I didn't realize North Carolina. What made it so bad? They had that mudslide as the
Yeah.
result. Man, I did not realize how bad that place got beat up.
Yeah, like I think like the death count was like over 100.
Yeah,
Just like
that
not
mudslide
even
does tremendous
like
damage.
not even from the hurricane itself, like just from the aftermath of like all the rain and everything. Yeah,
it's
it
kind of
was
scary. You wouldn't think about it, but like Wisconsin, we actually see some of those when we get a lot of rain because we have so many bluffs that like people that live on the bluff get warnings because of it.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen often, but it happens enough because then that when you know it's bad is when the river floods a lot. It's kind of scary living over there sometimes, honestly, but
I can see it. We always
Yeah.
used to have that. Like I remember our worst weather, like the creeks overflowing over
Mhm.
over top. Like when you see that stuff, you're just like, okay, there's
Yeah.
there's
When-
some nasty erosion
yeah,
going
when
on somewhere.
when we have roads that get washed out, that's when I know it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Core memory unlocked. I forgot about that. Like because we used to have a bunch of gravel roads. Nebraska, pretty well known for the gravel roads, I think at this point. But yeah, you'll see
I
them
think
get
any
washed out.
Midwest state is known for them.
Iowa's the worst.
We
You
got
get off the interstate, GG's, bro.
Really?
Yeah,
GG's.
good game. Like your car,
Oh,
bye bye.
Okay. Okay. I thought that was an acronym for like gravel roads. I was trying to put that together.
Yeah, I was kind of confused too. So you
Nah.
weren't the only
Like
one.
GG's, like your car is gonna have scratches.
That is tough. All right, from Chaz, what's your dream job now? I think we kind of talked about that with Kayla for a little bit, but real
Yeah.
quick, Kayla, what's your
I want to be a cop, and then probably go into like detective work, and like become FBI, Secret Service, like something higher up in the law enforcement area. So yeah,
I mean, it makes sense why at least Coach Kumpa calls us his bodyguards. One wants to make it her real life drama, but no, I would say mine, like dream, like with what I have, like going with college, I would say to be like a really big contributor, like in a really big company in their HR department. HR really is that. Yeah, I love people, so like that's my thing. And like obviously when you're up there, like you're still working, but merely just to make someone's like life at work easier, getting policies put in place and stuff like that, and just yeah, I think that it's a weird dream job working in an office, but I love people, so
Yeah, it makes sense though. I think a lot of people's dream jobs, like if you hear business, you're thinking office bank.
yeah,
But it depends, like what do you want to do with that role though? Not
Yeah.
necessarily the place where you're at.
yeah.
So that makes sense. People person, HR adds up. All right, on to SFA. How'd
Yeah.
it go?
I mean, I think if you look at the big picture and not how I guess like we're going like processing it, it went well on the end of things. We ended up getting a lot of information from the tournament, which is also a great thing. But I mean, our record ended up being pretty good. I mean, 9-4 isn't the worst. Our goal is always 10. We missed it by 1, and we know that there's a couple matches throughout the weekend that could have been the one to get us to the 10-3. But at the same time, 9-4 isn't bad. It
Could have
didn't
been
hurt
way
our record
worse.
exactly.
like the team who won had a worse record than we did.
Was
Mhm.
it Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Jacksonville State, yeah, they won the tournament but had a worse record than us. Like we had more wins than them.
Mhm.
That's just how NCAA bowling works.
Yeah.
And it's not just it's just who you play at what time and
The
what's-
lanes you hit
yeah,
at that
and
time.
what pairs you hit at that time.
Yeah.
But I think we learned a lot about our team, a lot about ourselves going into our last tournament of the fall, and we're really implementing those into the next week and a half of practice. Like we still came home with a third place finish. There's nothing to hang our head about. And we had a really in-depth talk with coach today. Like we don't have to pick up a bowling ball every day. Like we didn't pick up a ball today. Like Anna and I had our one-on-ones obviously, but
So we did.
we didn't have we did today. But we had a full team meeting during our team practice today to break down everything that happened up through this point, what we can do better to be our best in New Jersey. And they basically point blank put it on the board that we have the best winning percentage out there. We're 30-9 going into our last tournament.
Mhm.
That's the highest winning percentage out of the top. I don't know how many people they put up there.
I think
6 or 8.
Yeah.
And like that's nothing to hang our heads about, but there's still room for improvement, and we're working for that improvement.
Yeah. It's kind of like what you said today, baby steps. If
Yeah, I
you're
think
not trying to take big leaps, then you most likely are never going to fall backwards because you're analyzing and taking just like that tiptoe, basically. And not even baby steps. You're one tiptoe at a time. It's just so then that way you know when you're improving, it's not like you're going to take 8 steps backwards as a team, as an individual. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this next week and a half really actually implements and like how we use it and grow as a team with it. I think it's really going to be a good process, and I think all 11 of us are going to learn from it, and it's going to be good. I have really good hopes and faith about it, and I think I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be good.
I'm excited. Like, I'm always excited to get out and compete and everything. But with how much, as coach call it, inventory we took this, like today, over the last 3 tournaments to put ourselves in a position to finish out the semester strong and to get into second semester when it is the nitty gritty, like you're going toe to toe with these teams. And if you like, there's a lot of movement that can happen in the RPI between now and March.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to set yourself up to be in the best position you can going into March. Because that's the make it or break it point. Like, I want to say we're never on the bubble, but we give ourselves a good enough margin to not be on the bubble. But that comes now instead of in February when we're pressing for matches.
Yeah. And I think the other thing that's good is we're doing the inventory now too, because then it gives us a lot of time to, I think Star said it well, is that you're still working in December, because I watched their show last night. It gives you that time now when you're taking the inventory to know what you're working on after this tournament too. So then when we do get to the second half of the second half of the season, there's not as much time to implement anything, because you're going back-to-back weekends, or you have 1 week off, and that week off you're simply looking at maybe what went wrong, looking at like your equipment, seeing what needs to be changed or anything like that. Like, you're doing small things, and that you don't have as much time to implement bigger things or to change things that may take a little bit of time. Because like a week and a half, you can actually get a lot done. We did before Kenosha, and when it gets down to having like 3 days to work on something, that's not enough time as there is like right now. And so, yeah.
And then how do you guys keep away complacency? Like, to keep taking those steps forward?
I think really just focusing on ourselves, that there is something we can always improve on. That, yeah, we see that number that we're 30-9 out of 39 matches, and we have the best winning percentage, but that could be better. They pointed out today, there's 3 matches that
for sure
for in those 9 matches that should have been won by us. We should be 33-6 right now. But those small things that we work on at practice, and we're going to continue working on at practice, are going to be the game changers to win those matches in the future.
It's one of those spare shooting.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm learning both.
Yeah. No, I think the one thing about like not getting complacent is merely like, as any athlete, like when you're at the level you're at, there's, like she said, there's always something to get better at. And the other thing is knowing that, my favorite thing is there's always someone working harder than you. And I think that's something that you have to take in, is that, are you going to let them continue working harder than you, or are you going to try and match their energy or be better than that? And I think that's, for me, is because like I look at people that, got to where they are quicker than me. It's like, okay, how they did that? Well, they put in more hours, they put in more work, they had, they used more resources. And so it's like, okay, I need to do that or more. And so I think for that, yeah, and we've always been preached about like not being complacent ever since I walked in these doors, because they won the national championship before the year before I came in. And that was the one thing that they preach, is not being complacent. And so I've never been, there's never been a year on this team where it's like, okay, how do we not be complacent? Like, that's always been the motto of, how do you stay motivated? How do you stay this? But I don't think that's ever been a question, is if anybody's been complacent.
I think for us, like, we all know what came before us, but nothing's going to be handed to us. Like, we're still going to have to put in that work. Like, how I look at it is like, yeah, I've been here for 6 years, but anything that's happened the 5 previous years is not going to determine what's going to happen this year for me personally. And I think that's a lot of our mindsets that we have coming in. Like, there's so much history in this program, but all of that history doesn't predict what's going to happen in the future. And I think that's a really good way to look at it. And that's how a lot of us look at it.
Yeah.
How do you guys deal with pressure individually?
I mean, that's a good question, actually. That's really good.
Like, it's hard to put into words.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I kind of had a flip of a switch this weekend, especially because last year before I was done, Coach Klumpa, I got the opportunity to be an anchor in competition, and I got put into a sudden death match, and we won it. Not just because of me, but the team, obviously. And being put in that position and being able to come out successful, he talked to me this weekend and said, because I went from the lead off to the 4-hole, and he said, "Now you've proved yourself. You can bowl in an anchor's position. You proved yourself that you can bowl in the 4-hole. You proved yourself you can bowl in the 1-hole. Then obviously I bowled in the 2 and 3 my sophomore or freshman, whatever you want to call it. And he's like, so you can bowl in any position. He's like, so don't bowl in them like they're different. And that really, I don't know what it was, but that all of a sudden just kind of like flipped a switch for me. And after he said that, like it didn't really like the pressure. What it was there, but at the same time, it was like he's right. Like nothing changes just because I'm in a different position and there is more pressure in that spot.
Right.
Doesn't mean it's actually there. Like if you allow it to feel like it's there, then you're gonna feel it. Where it's like if you just tell yourself like I'm bowling in the 1-hole, I'm starting the match in the 4-hole. It sounded a little confusing, but yeah, that's I guess that's how I've been dealing with it. Is that it kind of clicked, but at the beginning, I would just always take a deep breath and I would hear cheering, but I was telling myself like I'm just in my own world.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, like Anna said, like I've bowled in pretty much all the positions through my career, and with like being in the 4-hole or the anchor spot, like they do come with a lot of I don't want to say unnecessary pressures, but like it's a lot more amplified.
Why is the 4-hole?
So you're setting up your anchor
Okay.
in Baker games for the 10th frame, like if
Okay.
to
Yeah,
get a
that makes
double
sense.
or to make a good shot, like if we need to mark in, like if I need, like take for an instance, like if I'm in the 4-hole and I need to mark to take a little bit more pressure off Jillian,
Mhm.
not to need to strike, that is
sorry. Continue.
you're good. Like you don't want to open or make a bad shot where you have to shoot a cluster of things and not be able to mark or spare or strike when you need it. That's majorly, I think it comes more in Baker games than anything because it comes down to the 9th and 10th frame if you're going to win a game or win a match. So it does amplify the pressure in those situations. But I look at it like Anna, I'm like, it's just a spot you're bowling in. You're just bowling in 2 different frames. Instead of the 1 and 6, you're bowling in the 4 and 9 or 3 and 7 or so on. Like it's just who you're going after and how many people are in front of you and how many people are behind you.
Yeah. It's just not letting the gosh, I had a saying I was gonna say and then it just escaped my head, but it's basically just not letting the elephant in the room feel like it's putting weight on your chest.
Yeah.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Do you guys bowl better, the same, or worse with more pressure, with more people around, I should say? When like you got a quiet alley or a packed alley, which one do you prefer bowling in?
Do you mean like spectators and like people around?
Spectators, like performance wise.
I love people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put them around me.
Like I love the energy that like that we can like feed off the fans with. Like when we're like Anna knows this, like when we're at our home event and everyone majority in the building is rooting for you, like it's unmatched. And I don't know, it's just the thought of like our fans behind us. Like if we don't win a match, we don't do X, Y, and Z, they're still gonna love us and still gonna cheer for us the next tournament, the next match, the next frame, no matter what, because they care so much, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think for me it's in my entire bowling career being on this team and like doing stuff individually, when you're competing against people and they're not necessarily there for you and they're there for someone else, I've experienced where they're complimenting the other team. They're complimenting you. They're complimenting like just the fact that like, hey, you guys still bowled really well. If you lost them or if you beat them, they're like, you guys played a really good match or you played like really well. And it's like, I guess that's why I love when people are there. And I love spectators. They're awesome. And 90% of the time it's parents. And I made really good friendships with people because I merely talked to their parents before I met them because
yeah, and you're
I'm
like,
a parent person.
Like, who's your kid?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't
do you
know.
belong to?
Yeah, no, parents are cool. I mean, but spectators all the way.
Yeah.
Quietness. I mean, I can bowl on it, but I love hearing people cheer. Unless I can hear them for 14 lanes down, then that's different.
Yeah, There was one guy this weekend. I was just like, "Can you please be quiet?" I think Anna knows who exactly what I'm talking about. But to the spectators, like when we bowled Wichita and Youngstown and we shot 1150 and lost, like I had people coming up from other teams that were like obviously on the pairs next to us. They're like, "Thank you for the awesome show that you just put on." Like you don't see that type of bowling every day. That's national champion caliber bowling right there, and having other parents from other teams being able to say that, like, hey, nice job. Like,
Good product.
yeah.
It's fun to watch when it's good product.
Exactly. And having these people come up and say, like, kudos to you. Good job.
Yeah.
Means so much. And like they don't even probably know my name. They probably don't even know who I am, but it's just a little good job pat on your back.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing is when the match is over and you turn around and there's other teams' parents watching your match
or
instead of the
other
other
teams.
one. That too. And it's like, oh, you guys got into this. Nice.
You're welcome.
Because you do got like you probably got more of the diehard bowling fans there, whether by family or they're just fans of the sport. So
yeah,
you probably do get like whoever's hot that day is gonna get the wandering eyes.
Oh, I mean, I'm guilty. Like when we finish the match, I'm sitting there, I'm like,
on Sunday, if we go like 4-0 and like someone goes to game 7 and it's close, I'm like with someone like on a different team and we're like, who do you think is gonna win? I'm like, she needs to mark this. And we're just like, we have like friends on other teams, and I think that's cool that we could just sit there and be able to like witness all the other matches going on. Like I like Sundays for that reason. Like I don't like when we've never went 0-4 against someone, so we're not on the bad receiving end of that. But yeah, I think Sundays are cool that way, that you can see other matches go game 7 and come down to the last shot and everyone's like, ooh.
Yeah.
That does sound like I need to go to one. Is there one in Sun Valley Lanes this year?
No, it's at Hollywood in the end of February.
Okay.
We'll remind you.
Yeah, I do want to check one out.
I got you. We got you.
It's one of those things where they're limited, right? Like if you miss a basketball game, it's like, well, I'll just wait for the next home game.
Yep.
Bowling's
this one,
tough one to meet.
You gotta wait
One
for the
and
next day,
only.
but that's it. You got a couple days, but otherwise next year, buddy.
Yeah, and then I won't be here.
That is true. Got the 6-year senior. Anna, are you senior or?
So basically, Lord. So red shirt, medical shirt, sophomore. So I have my red shirt year and a medical year. So I'm technically a sophomore.
Are you going to use that? Are you going to use that all the way?
She's a senior in
yeah, I'm a senior academically.
Just be like essentially a pro bowler.
So like right now, I'm for sure a 5th year, like going into my 5th year, but 6th year we have to apply through NCAA.
Yep.
Probably going to get it. Yeah. So yeah.
Awesome. All right. We'll throw it to break here. Striking up a conversation. Anna Callan, Kayla Verstraete, Husker Bowlers. Don't go anywhere. We'll keep it rolling.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
There's no better way to spark a child's imagination than to get lost in the adventure of a good book. I'm Jenny Benson, president of NSEA. Working together, parents and teachers can help every child succeed. You can help by reading to your child and let your child read to you. Encourage reading in your home and make it a priority. Make reading fun and a time that you and your child look forward to spending together.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in the station.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de The Alzheimer's Association y The Ad Council.
Early break. You're going to give me crap for this? I was not in the stands for the blocked field goal kick.
This is what? I did what? You did the
I knew. No, this is why.
Oh, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Whatever you're going to say, I'm not even going to believe.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. The Locker Room with Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel.
You know, Raiola and Holgerson, I'm sure, have had plenty of one-on-one meetings. We're going to close the door behind us, and I'm going to say, hey, what did you like from this offense? What did you not like? You know, Raiola knows at the end of the day what's really going on with this offense. To be honest, that's what needs to catapult this offense. And this whole team is Raiola's play. You know, Sat's philosophy and Raiola's philosophy or Raiola's skill set just didn't match. I think this is going to match Raiola, and it's going to allow for his skill set to come out.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
We fix basements.
We fix basements.
We fix basements.
We fix basements. We fix basements.
At F Foundation Repair, we've been fixing basements for over 30 years. We're your local foundation repair experts. Our warranties stay here. Our people work here. You can trust us to take care of your home. Go to WeFixBasements.com to learn more.
Salt Mine City is now open at 8th and R in the Haymarket. Come check out Lincoln's newest brewery with 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager, Brick Street Amber Wheat, and so many more. There's daily drink specials like $1 off Moscow Mules on Tuesdays, $6 IPAs on Fridays, and $6 Bloody Marys on Saturdays. Stop by Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m., Fridays 4 to 11 p.m., Saturdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sundays from noon to 8 p.m. It's Salt Mine City, Lincoln's newest brewery at 8th and R.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting book. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up.
Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in, striking up a conversation. Anna, Callan, Kayla Verstraete to my left. We talked a lot about SFA. You guys placed third, correct?
Yep. Correct.
Out of 17 teams?
Yes. Correct.
And is this going to be a trend? I mean, that was a lot of the same teams you met again, right? Or no, was that one a little different?
Pretty similar to like Jacksonville State, Youngstown, Arkansas State, Vanderbilt.
Vandy? Have you played them a few times?
Yep. Who else did we see that we could?
Arkansas, maybe?
Yep. Arkansas, La Tech. Who else did we see that we like saw in Orlando? Oh, Wichita.
Have you seen is Marysville?
Maryville. That was the
Maryville?
first tournament we actually ran into them.
And they were kind of a surprise team, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tip their hat to them. They went 11-2, like great record. They popped off.
That's tough competition too to go 11-2 at.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
It was impressive.
Yeah, they took down some big dogs, including us, and like you just got to tip your hat when those teams come out. And yeah,
Who's been the most surprising team in bowling this year across the college landscape? Is it Maryville? I don't know what they've looked like previous, but listening to Kayla and Jillian yesterday, they were also very surprised by Maryville and how good they were.
I think after our conversation today, you know what I'm.
Yeah, I think. I don't even know.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
That's a hard question to ask. Like you don't want to talk bad about them, but you just tip your hat and say congratulations to how they performed this weekend. But I don't think anyone has like surprised me.
Yeah.
I think everyone has held their own.
I mean, because when
That's
you
fair
look
answer,
at it,
too.
I don't even know. Because like when you look at it, it's like most of the teams played like the level they're able to at certain times. So like Maryville's this weekend was their time to shine. They're straighter players. They don't tend to hook the entire lane. And so this weekend played to their advantage, and that's one of the reasons why they were able to go to 11-2. I mean, the first like Youngstown played to Wichita and our advantage, and so that's why you saw us in the top two. Orlando, we played well with. That's why we were in the top two, and I mean, this weekend played well for us, and that's why we were in the top three.
So you're just telling me we're very versatile.
Yeah, we're very versatile. So I don't think there's many teams that surprise you because when they do play well, it's because 90% of the time the lanes are playing to what they're able to play, or they're able to play to what the lane's asking.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I guess this weekend I was surprised. I wouldn't say I was surprised, but I was impressed.
I was taken back a little bit.
Yes.
That they were hanging in with the big dogs. Like they trickle in a little bit here and there throughout the season, but they were hanging with us. Like nothing against them. Like they're great players, but they hung with us majority of the weekend.
And I mean, we did see them in regionals last year too. So that's why I guess I'm not really surprised because they made it to the postseason. They took second in at the ITCs 2 years ago. So I mean, yes, it's not the same players, but you still have the same coaches that got them there, and coaching staff is a big input on how their players are. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just curious. I didn't know if you guys keep a closer eye to it than I do. If someone took like a massive jump in the rankings from when it first came out.
No, not really. It's
pretty stable.
It's pretty stable, like interchangeably with the same teams every year since I've been in school. So is Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's always the us, Vandy, Archie, McKendree / Jacks.
I'm always so surprised Vandy's this powerhouse of a program. Has that always been a thing?
Yeah, they are behind us in like it's us and then Vandy with how many national championships? They have 3, right?
Yep.
They have 3 and then SFA. Like they're not a team that's gonna go like fall off in the next 10, 15 years. Like they're gonna they're going to be like us, consistently making the postseason every year.
They got a program.
They got a program.
When you look at recruits, you're seeing them usually like the top recruits, I would say, of each class. You see them filter into one of three schools, and it's us, Jacksonville, and Vanderbilt. Like those are your schools that you see most of your players, your top players, go to.
When you see these, when we've had, let me get my thoughts straight. Oh my God. When we have these athletes come on these visits, like obviously we're their host, you get not information out of them, but like you ask them,
interrogate them.
Yeah, practically. You're like, oh, what other schools are you looking at? And they're like, here in Jacksonville or
here in Vandy.
And
Vandy.
Why'd I sound like that?
No, I mean, in reality, there's other great schools. Like you have NCAT, you have Archie, there's a lot of other good schools out there that occasionally can get the top recruit merely because the top recruit likes the people that are already there, or they have
relationships built and everything.
And so that's when you'll get the occasional like person that ends up going there. And I'm not saying that these teams are not like they're getting good recruits. That's how they're up there.
Right.
I'm not saying that they don't get good people, but like your number one recruit in the class, that's when you see that stuff. Like they tend to filter to us, Vanderbilt, or
it's like Alabama, Georgia. Like a lot of teams in the SEC are going to get a lot of the best.
When you see these 5-star recruits, you know they're top 3 or top 5. Like they're all going to be the same interchangeably.
Mm-hmm.
When putting into football terms, like you're going to see the Alabamas, you're going to see the Georgias, you're going to see the LSUs, you're going to see the Texas. Like,
and a lot of it's pro turnover and how much do you win?
Yep.
When you're that good, why would you go pick at a place where, you can be the best player on the team, but you're not ever actually going to go win anything big because you can't. Not one person, especially in your sport, you literally can't carry a game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it has to go through the hands of the entire team. So I can certainly see that in the bowling world. We got about 3 minutes left here. Anything else on SFA? Outside of bowling, travel, food-wise, that was interesting.
Yeah. I had, like, off the lanes, on the lanes too, my weekend was awesome. I literally kept getting a surprise after surprise after surprise. My aunt, so she was like, oh, yeah, I'll be there Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, that's a home meet for you, basically, right?
Basically, yeah. I turn around, and all of a sudden, my Aunt Julie's waving at me, and I was like, what in the world? I was almost in tears. I love my family to death. Like, they are my reason. And so when I turned around and I saw her, I was like, because she's like my second mom. And so when I turned around and saw her, I was like, and she saw my face. And then I didn't think my dad was going to be making it on Friday to see any competition. And so all of a sudden, after the fourth match, I struggled a bit in that one. And so I was already kind of like beating myself up because I'm literally today we were talking about how people are hard on themselves, and I'm very bad about it.
Literally everyone on our team.
Yeah. And so when I heard my dad was there, I got a little emotional. I'm like, oh my dad, because like I was not expecting to see him that day when we were competing. And then Saturday got me real good. I haven't seen my godmother / cousin in over a year. And all of a sudden someone's like, Anna. And I was like, what? And then all of a sudden she's like, where do you want these waters? And it was my godmom. And I was like, my mouth dropped open. My face was priceless. But I got to see a lot of good people. I got a big photo. I had other aunts there and other family members there. It was awesome. Especially with that being the tournament, that was my last one last year, to have that big of a crowd, like that many family members and friends show up for me it meant a lot, and it got me really emotional, but it was
I was going to say, were they trying to make you cry with all those surprises?
No kidding.
They couldn't just show up
all the time.
I do. I've been
It's
better
awesome,
about my emotions. I used to be a really bad crier.
Oh my
but
God.
This,
you could look at her the wrong way and she would start crying. And
like in a good way. Like Kendall used to say my name and I'd be like, because in a good way, because she was going to say something positive. But yeah, no, this weekend was awesome. And that I got to give my family a lot of credit. They really showed up
well.
And they definitely made me feel loved and seen this weekend. And I cannot thank them enough for it. So
Kayla, you got anything to add? Did you have the entire family show up?
No.
I know it's not a home meet for you.
My
though,
dogs were there, so that was nice.
Your dogs?
Yeah, like so. My dad and my stepmom's 2 dogs are service animals, so like they can bring them to like the hotel and everything.
So
and
your parents were there.
Yeah, my parents were there. Yes, my parents were there. I only live like an hour and a half from Kenosha, so like it was not like a home meet because it wasn't in the same state, but like my parents drove up and I got to see them, and it was nice just to see a friendly face when you turn around and get to cuddle with my dogs a little bit at night.
What are the dogs? No, I'm curious.
One is a Karen Terrier. His name is Riggs, and then another one is a Westie. And his
They're
name is
hilarious.
Taz. Anna loves them.
It cracks me up to see those dogs because like Coach Klumpa has the same as
the Westie.
Yeah. Watching them walk, dogs crack me up. I'm sorry, especially ones with short legs. It is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like when they see me, they like squeal and whine, and I'm like, I miss you guys so much.
Dogs are the best.
Dogs
Can't
are
deny
the
that.
best.
All right, we'll throw it to break here. One more segment. We'll do what we always do, Mount Rushmore, to wrap things off on the last
Period.
one. Don't go anywhere. Striking up a conversation. Anna, Kayla, we'll talk to you in a little bit.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
We fix basements.
We fix basements.
We fix basements.
We fix basements. We fix basements.
At F Foundation Repair, we've been fixing basements for over 30 years. We're your local foundation repair experts. Our warranties stay here. Our people work here. You can trust us to take care of your home. Go to wefixbasements.com to learn more.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Striking up a conversation. Kayla Verstraete, Anna Callan, both Husker Bowlers to my left. As always, you guys can chime in. Sorry, him and text line or the streams for any last-second comments. Wrapping it up as we always do. Mount Rushmore never hurts. What were you doing? Thanksgiving food?
Thanksgiving food.
Yeah, might as well. It's getting close enough.
All right, setting the parameters for this Thanksgiving food. We are not going in any order. It does not have to be a dessert. It does not have to be all main entrees. As long as it belongs on the Thanksgiving table, it can take a spot in your Mount Rushmore.
So can maybe how you put it on your plate?
It's got to be an item.
Well, that's not fair because I mix them together.
Well, I mean,
well, if they're different,
that's like
you cook them separately,
because then it's taking three things.
You have to make that one item then. Like if you say corn and my mashed potatoes
with gravy. Yeah.
With gravy. Okay, that's one item.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Thanks.
I mean, Kayla, you can argue.
He's the judge here. It's fine.
But then you have to do this. Okay, I'll start though.
You can do mashed potatoes in gravy and corn.
Nah, because I mix them together as I won't eat the corn.
Okay. Go.
I mean, it's your personal Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, it is your personal Mount Rushmore.
I had to make sure.
The only rule is there's no rules.
Corn, gravy, potatoes.
Yeah, that's one.
I hate that move.
But. Wow. Okay. I don't judge what you say. I don't judge what you eat. No. So that's one. I love mixing them together. I have to say cream of carrots.
Mount Rushmore is off to a crazy start.
Apple pie.
Okay.
And then oh gosh, I almost mixed up Christmas and.
What were you gonna say?
We make rice pudding, but that's at Christmas, and
She's
it's really
got
good.
Some weird family.
It's gonna be. I know Chaz is listening.
And then you put cinnamon.
I need some explanations.
Rough spread for Thanksgiving Day. I'd be curious.
But
what were they? So you got a corn gravy, mashed potatoes pile.
Yep.
Rice pudding?
No. That's Christmas. I almost got confused.
She said apple pie.
Apple pie.
That good? The corn?
No.
Cream of corn.
Cream of corn.
So it's like a gravy with carrot. No, cream of carrot.
I was like, dude, you already said I'm lost.
Okay, that's the cream.
Wait, you guys are getting me confused. It's my plate, and I'm getting lost.
You can keep that plate. I don't.
No. Okay, wait. So Mount Rushmore of food is my first helping is going to be my mashed potatoes, my carrots with gravy. My next thing is cream of carrots. My aunt makes them. It's delicious. Yummy, yummy. And then my aunt's apple pie, she makes by hand. And then I would have to say, oh gosh, I need to think. I would
And,
say stuffing.
We still have
Sorry.
to go.
I'll say stuffing. But my aunt's stuffing. She makes it.
Okay.
Bingo. There you go.
I can I put like turkey and ham together?
Yes, that's what I was expecting. I got cream of carrot.
Yeah, I was okay. Like I love okay,
I like
turkey
my
on
carbs.
Thanksgiving, but my grandma also makes a ham, and then we make ham sandwiches like the morning on Black Friday. So like ham and turkey as one. Because
I can't put carrots and freaking potatoes together.
Taking the rolls and doing everything. Yes, if we're allowing a pile of gravy, carrots, and potatoes to count as one, you can count that.
Okay, cool. So that's one. I do love like corn, obviously. I didn't come to Nebraska for no reason. Stuffing and probably some pumpkin pie with a massive mound of whipped cream on top.
I'm out. Harrison, what's your 4?
I'm gonna go with a good ham, some great scalloped potatoes and gravy, or mashed potatoes.
Yes.
The gravy's got to match though. I'm big on high quality tea rolls to dip in the gravy.
Yep.
And then I'm with you. You need good corn.
Less.
I don't really care about the dessert, but the corn's got to be top tier corn,
Yeah.
preferably canned sweet corn from or
Yep.
frozen.
Bingo.
We got Chaz chiming in here. Says apple pie for all spots. I can live with that.
All
Yeah,
spots.
The apple pie is gone between me and him. So there's and they only make one.
I like a good apple pie. I'm okay with that. If I
I
had
don't
to
like
pick them
apple
out
She,
pie.
make,
more
she
though,
uses Honeycrisp apples. It's,
saying on trying to always pick a winner. Kayla wins this one by a mile.
Oh,
that
thank
was-
you.
that
Thank
was
you.
a rough-
there's the door.
I think I'm like that's like 2 or 3 wins for me.
You guys can start
You're
keeping
just
track.
unfair. You're unfair. It's fine.
You guys can keep track, do the analytics, figure out if I do have a bias. All right.
You do.
We're getting out of here. Shout out Anna, Callan, Kayla Verstraete, Husker Bowlers. We'll do it again next week, every Tuesday. Appreciate you guys listening. Have a good night.
Good night.